Everything is related to your nutrition and diet and your health and fitness journey. Whether you're looking to lose weight, build muscle, balance your hormones, optimize your gut health, or help with any chronic health condition, your nutrition, your diet is at the core of it all. In this video, I'm going to explain to you the exact things that you should be doing, how many calories you should be eating, the macros you should be eating, everything that you need to know about nutrition. Okay, my name is Diego Reyes, functional health coach, functional nutritionist, owner of Complete Vitality Functional Health Coaching, who helps men and women just like you get to the root cause of their health issues, balance their hormones, lose weight, get stronger, build muscle, heal their gut, SIBO, PCOS, IBS. I do it all. We do it all in one approach using hormone therapy, using specific lab testing, functional testing, GI maps, Dutch, everything. I do it all to get you the best results possible to help you heal. Okay, so in this video, though, going back to saying, I'm going to give you everything you need to know about nutrition and diet. So, first thing is first, we have to look at the quality of our food. That is the number one. That is the number one. Okay, we'll get into weight loss strategies and things like that in a bit, but we have to look at what are we eating. Okay, we can't be eating the processed food. Okay, and what is processed food? Processed food is food that's filled with omega-6 seed oils. Okay, those are like sunflower, canola, palm, any of those oils. Okay, all those things do is cause heart disease, drive up inflammation, drive up chronic health issues, and it is at the core of many diseases that we see today. Okay, these processed foods, these food additives, okay, so carcinogens, soy, and things like that, artificial sweeteners, okay, and processed sugars, high fructose corn syrup, all of these things are contributing to the health issues in America today. Like I said, big pharma netted $1.4 trillion in 2022, and they are only growing because big food, is only growing as well. So we have to understand this to begin with, because I'm not going to tell you how many calories you're going to be eating, what macros to be eating, or what because all these things go back to the micronutrients and the quality of your food. So food quality, nutrient density is the number one thing. Okay, I promise you, if you switch up your diet from, and this is like talking about even like the meats. If you're just getting conventional ready-to meat now, if that's all you can get, then absolutely get it. But if you can get a higher quality meat, it's 100% do it. Okay, do it. Okay, when I made the switch, okay, because before I thought it was all BS, but when I went to organic, pasture raised, I just felt so much better. My clients felt so much better. It just was a whole different ball game. So highly suggest that. But start things off. Nutrient density is the number one thing. Now, let's get into it now. So everyone wants to lose weight. So by definition, the only way that you can lose weight, depending now if you have chronic health issues, there's metabolic adaptation and all that, but let's just get to the basics now. If you want to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. Now, what does that even mean? Well, we have to start it from the top. So, a calorie. We have to learn what a calorie is. Now, I even brought out suggestions for you because I feel like this is going to be important. So, we have calories. Okay, I'm going to show you food labels because food labels is important because we look at the food. So, I want you to look at the food labels, but I want you to look at the ingredients inside the food because it is most important, back to what we just said about nutrient density and the quality of our food. Because if our food has a list label of this and there's a bunch of things that you can't pronounce, now that's not going to be even good for you. Okay, I don't care if it's low calorie, I don't care if it's high protein. All of it's going to do is just not even absorb in the bacteria. It's going to ferment in your gut. It's going to cause you digestive distress, heartburn, and then it's also going to drive up inflammation. So that's why I always say opt for food quality first. So I have this, it's minute rice, just basic white rice that I like to eat. Not all the time, but just sometimes I have it here. And so we look at the ingredients. It's pre-cooked long grain rice, nothing else. Okay. And you'll see in other foods, they'll have like oils or they have preservatives or they have gums or anything like that. You don't want any of that. You don't want any of that. What I like to say is, like, I like to opt for single ingredient, low ingredient foods because that means they're less processed and they're more in their natural formality. So let's start with this. So what is a calorie? A calorie is a unit of energy. Okay. Um, that's pretty much what it is. It's energy. Okay. And then you have macronutrients. So you have calories and then you have macronutrients. Now, macronutrients are what we eat in large quantities. Okay, so you have macronutrients: protein, carb, and fat. Now, like I said, we eat them in large quantities. So each one has calories in it. So a protein, 1 gram of protein has 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories. 1 gram of fat has 7 calories. That's why peanut butter, oils, nuts, seeds all have more calories for lower, quantities, because it has more caloric value in each gram. Okay. So when we look at food labels here, we have the calories at the top, which most people look at. And then we have the total fat, we have cholesterol, sodium, and then total carbohydrate. Now, I even brought out eggs over here because I think that was important too, because I want to show you multiple foods. Where are we at here with I think it shows it inside of the eggs here. We got some organic, cage-free pasture eggs here. Um, so when we're looking at it, there we are. I know you can't see this, but it's the same for all of them. So we have calories, okay, and then we have fat, we have carbohydrates, and we protein. So remember though, the quality of the food you eat matters. Now we have all these in there. So when we look at fat, okay, I'll just break down why each macronutrient is important. You want all 3 macronutrients in your diet. Now, keto, carnivore people will say that you don't need carbs. I beg to differ, because I think carbs really help the thyroid. It helps leptin, which is a hormone that helps burning fat. Okay, and I would know this because I've helped people with hormonal imbalances that people, that doctors and things didn't help with. So I would know this because I've actually had, real world clinical experience. But carbohydrates, you need them. But so fat really helps with hormones, okay? Like cholesterol is okay. Saturated fat is okay because it feeds into our hormone production, okay? Monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, okay? And saturated fat, all these are really good for your hormones, okay? But with polyunsaturated fat, like the omega-6 seed oils, aren't good. But omega-6s are good, like flaxseed oil is great for you, but it is omega-6. Okay, so all these fats matter and they're really good for you. Okay, the next is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is the, like glucose, essentially, is what it turns into in our body, is the primary fuel source of our body. Okay, so carbohydrates is great for recovery, for energy, for thyroid production, for just even hormonal function. It is so crucial. Okay, and next is protein. Protein is king, is so essential for everything. Building muscle, okay, keep it on muscle, increasing energy, satiation, and even the thermal effect of food, which we'll get into. Okay, now we learned about calories, we learned about macros, we learned about how many calories are in each macro. Now let's get into it. So you have something called your total daily energy expenditure, TDEE. So that is the amount of calories you burn throughout the day. Okay. So me personally, let's say I burn 2,600 calories, 2,600 calories a day by everything I do. Now, there are specific components that make up that total daily energy expenditure, your maintenance calories. Okay, sidetrack here. I don't mean to get sidetracked, but I worked at a supplement shop for around 3 years, and I worked at a gym for a few years, and I would be looking at in-body scale tests. Okay, so I was doing nutritional consults, training consults, day after day after day after day, like reps, 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 reps. So I'm very familiar with all this. This is real evidence that I've had with people transforming. You can check out the website. I get all the transformations in like 8 weeks because, mindset, motivation, and then all the actual experience and education behind it all. But, you know, so you have your total daily energy expenditure, which is the amount of calories you're burning, okay, throughout the whole day. Now that's based off your basal metabolic rate, your energy activity thermogenesis, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and your thermal effect of food. Your basal metabolic rate makes up around 50 to 70% of your total daily energy expenditure. Now, your basal metabolic rate is how many calories you're burning at rest. Okay, so if I just sat in this chair all day, didn't move, I'd burn, X amount of calories. Now, that usually is the highest number that's contributing to your total daily energy expenditure. So, for majority of people, it's around 1,200 to even upwards to 17 to 1,800. Okay, and the more muscle you have, the higher that is. That's why people say with more muscle, you have a higher metabolism. And that's 100% correct because you have a higher basal metabolic rate. Okay. Exercise activity thermogenesis. Everyone loves this because they love burning calories during their workouts. But like I just said, if you build muscle, that actually increases your basal metabolic rate, which then increases your metabolism. Okay. And then we get into it as for, let's talk about the non exercise activity thermogenesis. Now, this is important. This is a crucial one because it's how many calories you're burning just moving throughout the day. Like me moving in this YouTube video right here, like that's calories burned right here. Okay. So that's how many calories you're burning walking up the stairs, moving, doing the little things that actually add up over time. They actually play a big role. And then the thermal effect of food. That's how many calories you're burning eating food. You burn calories eating food. When your body digests it, it burns calories. Now, what I said before, protein has the highest thermal effect of food, sitting around 30%. Below that is carbohydrates, and the last is fat. Fat digests slow, calories slow. So let's get to it. So protein has the highest thermal effect of food. So the more protein we have in our diet, the more calories we burn because it takes our body more energy for us to digest it. Okay, so we learned about calories being energy. We learned about carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and how they have calories in them for energy. Okay, and now we just learned that protein has the highest thermal effect of food. Okay, and then we learned about total daily energy expenditure. Now, what you can do is look up your total daily energy expenditure in a calculator, which I can link below. I'll link it in the description. I actually have a calculator that can show you all the things for you to use to get your macros and to get your calorie intake, and depending on your goal. It's actually crazy. So I suggest looking at it in the link in the description. Totally check it out. Next is you know, so what do we just talk over? We have calories, energy, we have macronutrients. 1 gram of protein has 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrate has 4 calories, 1 gram of fat has 7 calories, and then the quality of our food matters drastically. Now, how can we optimize macros, calories for fat loss, muscle growth, and maximizing your body's potential? Well, we have to figure out how many calories you're burning a day through your total daily energy expenditure, like I said. So let's take me for example. So let's say you went to the calculator and you typed in how much you weighed, your height, everything like that. Okay, and then you got a number. So let's say I did it and it was 2,600. So that's how many calories I burn a day. So that's my maintenance calories. Now, if you're looking to build muscle, you would go up 200 to 300 calories above that. Okay, so I'd be eating 2,900 calories a day. But if you're looking to lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit, so you have to eat below that. So that's around, you want to eat 200 to 300 to 400, and sometimes even 500 below that. So let's say I'm looking to lose weight at a 500 calorie deficit. So that means my maintenance is 2,600, and I subtract 500, so now I'm at 2,100 calories a day. I have to eat 2,100 calories a day to lose weight. Okay. So, those are calories. But remember, you can't just eat. There's not a thing called calories. There's macros. And then there's micronutrients, which is a whole different ballgame. But you have macros inside those calories. You remember what I said? Those macros contain calories. Remember, protein has the highest effect. So, what you want to do is that you want to break up your macros in that caloric intake amount. So, 2,100 calories to lose weight. Now, how much of those calories should be protein? Well, ideally, I like to do 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if I'm 190, I want to eat 190 grams of protein. Okay. So, and then if after that, you want to look at fats. Okay. Because like I said, carbohydrates are not the end all be all where it's not like it's bad, but you want to use carbohydrates to backfill your calories. So let's say I wanted to eat 1 gram per pound of body weight for protein. Okay, and then the rest of the calories. Next, I want to see how many calories I'll fit in for fats. So usually like 20 to 30% of the rest of the calories will be fats, and then the rest will be carbohydrates. So um, if you're kind of lost right now, don't be lost. So we had our calorie intake, how much calories we're eating, okay, and then we took the amount of how much I weighed, and then we used that for protein grams, so 200, for example. Okay, and then we backfilled the rest with fats and carbohydrates, and then the rest we used about 20% of the rest of the calories would go to fat. Okay, and then after that, the rest would go to carbohydrates. And then meal timing is crucial when you're going to eat the meals. So it's a little bit confusing on there, but you're going to get it once you get the calculator. You're going to get everything. And so, yeah, this is pretty much the high protein dieting is the king for fat loss and keeping muscle and for all biological processes. So, like I said in the beginning, the quality of your food matters, how much of food you're eating, the fiber, the oil, vegetables. You want fruits, you want vegetables, you want protein, you want meat, you want chicken, you want salmon, okay? You want white rice, okay? You want all these things, sweet potatoes, okay? Grains, like everything is good. All these foods are good. The whole foods are amazing. Stick to whole foods, stick to high protein, stick into periods of caloric deficits, caloric surpluses, maintenances. It's called nutrition periodization. You want to have times where you're in a deficit because you don't want to stay in deficit your whole life. And then you want to have times where you're in a surplus even. Okay? Because some people you can actually get into a surplus, and with the right training and the right recovery and the right things that you can do to your body, you can actually lose weight on a surplus because your metabolism is a lot higher. And that's what I do with my clients. So, you know, this isn't the end all be all, but this is an amazing start if you're totally lost in your diet and nutrition. So if you want custom meal plans, you want to lose weight, you want to heal your gut, you want to get to the root cause, you want to actually get results because you need them and you want them, that I am the person for you. You need someone driven. You need someone who's ready to do it, who understands female hormones, male hormones, gut function, bacterial overgrowth, microbiome health, thyroid health, adrenal health, stress response. You want someone that can understand it all, then I am your person. Complete Vitality is the program for you. So if you want to get to the root cause, heal all your issues, and lose the weight and keep it off long term, then message me root cause. Check out my website for more information. Check out my Instagram. That's where you can DM me. Hope you like and subscribe for more information. Comment if you found this useful. Can you please comment so it can hit the algorithm and support my YouTube and all that. So thank you.